What is up, guys? Welcome to the Verse Crypto Channel, the most satisfying crypto channel out there. My name is Kris, and I'll be your host today. Before I hop this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so we'll keep you guys updated with the latest, greatest news and information in the space. With that being said, let's hop right in this video. As always, got another banger for all you degenerates today. Today, we're going to be talking about a really awesome project launching on the Algorand blockchain. The name of that project is Algodex. And for those guys who don't know what Algodex is, it is a decentralized exchange that will be launching on the Algorand blockchain with some awesome features, which we are going to discuss today in this video. Please keep in mind, this video is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment and education purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. Now, with that being said, let's hop right in this video. So before we kind of start getting into this video, I want you to come over to app.algodex.com. Oh, let's go back. And you're going to pop up with this beautiful website. And the best way to really explain Algodex, which I've probably already covered, it's essentially a decentralized exchange. And typically with decentralized exchanges, you can swap, you can add liquidity for tokens, you can farm, you can stake. These are the baseline assumptions, well, not necessarily assumptions, but functions of a decentralized exchange. Now, Algodex is something a little bit more special than just your traditional decentralized exchange. They have buy orders, sell orders, they have trading bots, they even have a decentralized webmail that you can access using this platform. So in my opinion, there's a lot here that everyone needs to explore and to take a look at, because there's a good chance that with what Algodex is creating, this might be the future baseline for future decentralized exchanges. And, traditionally we know PancakeSwap, Uniswap, just whatever. But ultimately, when you have a new product launch, they're always going to come out with something a little bit different and a little bit more special. And they're going to continue to build in this subsection of cryptocurrency. So just checking out the website, it's pretty basic in my opinion, but ultimately just scrolling down, you have market orders. You can trade assets, and they're called Algorand standard assets, ASAs, and I'm going to refer to it as that instead of saying the full name. You can trade NFTs, you can do staking rewards, and then they have a really cool roadmap. So they had mainnet launch this past February. We're coming up on a year since mainnet launch. The token went live in March, and they also had this mailbox application, which is pretty cool and unique. They just launched SDK for Algodex. And then they also launched a desktop application that'll connect directly to your wallet. If you're really big in the Algorand ecosystem, you can utilize this application. And then they also launched the Algodex token. And then coming at Q3, we had the Algodex rewards and fee system. They had trading bots. And then towards in the fourth quarter, we just launched the NFT marketplace. So definitely really cool, and some awesome partnerships that they have done. They have Algorand Foundation, Black Ventures, which is a big VC fund, Borderless Capital, invest in a lot of ISO 222 coins. They have a centralized exchange backing, Mex Global, and pretty much a lot of VC funds. So ultimately, this project has a lot of money behind it, because a lot of people understand that a decentralized exchange is going to be one of the main drivers on a layer one blockchain, and every layer one blockchain needs a decentralized exchange to not only grow the community, but to also increase the trust and transparency between the community developers and also the crypto traders, investors, cult following, if you want to say that. That's a big word that a lot of people like to use. I think it's overkill. So coming down here, we have a blog, and they go through a lot of education, talking about how you can set up a trading bot, talking about the token listings on Algodex, the rewards launch, everything you need to know. It's right here in this blog. And they set it up in a way so that if you're new to this, you can easily understand what's going on, and you can also utilize each and every single one of the components. So we already covered what Algodex is. and essentially we already cover how it works. So one thing I want to cover is what ASAs can be traded on the Algodex. And one thing that they highlight in almost every component of their website and their white paper is you can trade any ASAs on Algodex except for scam tokens that are proven to be fraudulent or illegal. So the DEX does a screening for scam coins, which is awesome, especially like if you try to launch a coin and you don't have a like some sort of KYC, or you don't have an audit or anything going on, they'll screen it and say, hey, you can't launch on this DEX, which could be great in theory, but also depending on who's doing this approval process, you can also see some bad actors within the developers use this as a way to target other projects. So I do like it that they're trying to protect their investors and their community, and it's something that we do need. But my main question is, what is the process of screening these scam tokens? If they just say you need KYC and an audit, I'm fully on board. But if there's another DEX or another exchange that also wants to list their token on this DEX and they're in direct competition with Algodex and they don't want to list them and they come up with some excuse that doesn't seem viable, then that's when things get concerned. And that is a great indicator of some sort of centralization. So we'll get into this. Now, for how do you list my token Algodex? So you can create an ASA and be available for trading on Algodex, and then you can add liquidity by searching the asset ID and buy and sell order. But when it comes to listing your token, there's probably going to be approval process because they always go for scams or fraudulent or illegal tokens. And there's a little bit of an issue when it comes to putting your token up here in North America. There's a extra approval process because of legislation and politics. So yeah, so that's overall, and then there's a bunch more frequently asked questions you can go down here, but I'm not going to cover it. Now, what I want to do is get into the white paper, and if you click over docs, this is going to pop up, and it's going to tell you all the stuff you need in an easy to understand approach. And we just covered the FAQs, and then there's a little bit more, but I want to go a little bit more into this. So like I said earlier, there's a trading guide. So they have a desktop application where you can go in, put in buy orders, sell orders. It looks like a centralized exchange, but it's decentralized. So it seems like they took something from like Qcoin, added it to a decentralized exchange, and then they added the components where you can put in like a buy and sell order at a certain price rather than just taking it for what it is and entering slippage. On top of that, you can set up a trading bot that connects directly to your wallet. And so using this trading bot, you can set how many trades you want to do, the order size, the spread, anything that you can think of, you can do using this trading bot. And I love trading bots, especially since this is probably going to be the future of cryptocurrency. And a lot of traders are going to start using this rather than just do emotional day trading. So in my opinion, this is something like if you're not into the project, you want to look at this trading bot guide, because this can be something you can utilize to make some passive income while you wait on your other crypto assets to appreciate. Now, there's a token list guide. It goes through how you list your token and whatnot, and how you can put it onto the exchange. And then on top of that, they have something called Algodex mailbox. And essentially what it is, it's like your Google Mail, your Yahoo Mail, and you can create a mailbox where you can send and receive emails to and from people, to whoever. And the best part about it is it's on the blockchain. So not one centralized entity can control it. They're not stealing your data. It's secure, and you don't have to worry about bad actors coming in and trying to, manipulate the system. Now, the one downside, the one caveat is that there are fees when you have to use Algodex mailbox. And keep in mind, this is a transaction that has to get approved on the blockchain. So you have to pay a 0.005 algo fee. And if I remember correctly, price of Algorand. Okay, so we have 0.1726 times 0.05, and then we'll just multiply that across. So basically a penny, a little less than a penny. So it costs a penny to transact and use that. So let's say you send 1,000 emails in 1 year, and each one of them is a penny. Multiply that across, and it'll cost you about $8 to $9 to use it. So definitely it's not the worst thing. And in my opinion, I think in time this will get a lot cheaper so that it's going to get closer to next to nothing. But ultimately it's a great approach, especially to get past censorship, since we're seeing with like Google Mail and a lot of these other emails, they're banning people from using it if they don't support the current thing. So in my opinion, it's a great approach and opens up a new door to decentralized mail. Now, coming down here, we have the LGX Liquidity Rewards Program. And so a total of 270 million LGX are allocated for the LGX Rewards Program. The program incentivizes users to provide high quality liquidity to the Algodex platform. Essentially, what you can do is you can take one token, so Algorand, and then you can take Algodex, pair them up together, and put it into a liquidity pool. And in return, you earn tokens as a way to, keep certain assets liquid. It helps the decentralized exchange execute swaps, and it prevents something called slippage, where if there's not enough tokens in the liquidity pool, then the price of the token can sporadically increase if you're a whale trying to execute a swap. And typically slippage accounts for millions of fees every single year. And so they have this really cool liquidity rewards formula, which I'm not going to go through. It's like reminds me of Calculus 4 when I took it in college, to be honest with you. But ultimately, they use this equation to calculate the rewards based off of how many coins are going to be locked up in a liquidity pool. Typically, the more coins in a liquidity pool, the less rewards you're going to get. The less coins in a liquidity pool, the more rewards you get. So the idea is the rewards increase over time to incentivize more people to come in and essentially stake their coins or become a liquidity provider. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of details, and it talks about how you can set up rewards and whatnot. And like I said, this is turning into a math class, and I'm not going to get into that. So essentially what they're going to do is set up a community leadership where, they have regional leaders, and they're going to have a DAO that's going to be the main player when it comes to implementing this program. And the idea is they want to have a community-based project run through a DAO so that we can eliminate any degree of centralization. And the best part about this is they have a formula for being a regional leader where you can actually earn rewards behind it. So it's pretty cool. And the best part about it is it's based on the relative performance, and it basically incentivizes people to be a leader within the LGX community. Now, coming down here, we have the LGX tokenomics, and so just a little bit of a breakdown. 70% went to the treasury, 52% went to the community, which is divided into airdrop rewards, the foundation, partnerships. 20%, about 20% went to the pre-sale, and then about 12% went to future public sales. So it's a pretty good breakdown. The foundation is a little bit high, but I kind of like their approach with the foundation. So it's more of a non-for-profit, and typically with a lot of these foundation coins, they get released back into the market over time, and they use that as a way to fund developers so that they can continue to develop the entire Algodex ecosystem. So please definitely check this out. It's really cool. I'm not going to go into the public sales or whatnot. The token's out there. If you want to buy it, you can. Let's see if I can get a price on it. Sometimes I might be able to. Okay. So right now it's sitting at a tenth of a penny. So from its all-time high, it was about right under a penny, and now it's at a tenth of a penny. But keep in mind, this launched right after the after the conclusion of the bull market. So of course it's going to go down. And the market cap is sitting at a whopping $1 million. So if you were to put $100 in this sucker and it goes up to 100 million, or yeah, so if you put $100, it goes up to 100 million, you will get 10,000, essentially $10,000. Now, let's say it goes up to $1 billion, you will get close to $100,000. So definitely high risk, high reward. But in my opinion, when Algorand blows up, other tokens are going to blow up within this ecosystem. Now, on top of that, they have Algodex API, and essentially it's like a back-end service offered by Algodex. It allows users to trade assets on the Algorand network directly between each other with wallets hosted by My Algo Wallet. And so it just provides infrastructure to, execute wallets. And then they have a version 2, which has placing orders, order books, closing orders. It's essentially the program language to execute, trading bots and everything going on. And so they want to put it out there so that if you're a programmer and you want to check it out, you can take a look at it. So it's really great and very transparent. Now, this is the updated white paper. They have another one right here. And then they also have a airdrop plan, which they did right around March 7, 2022. And essentially what they did was they just airdropped it to a bunch of people. And it's a great way to onboard more people into the ecosystem based off of how much Algodex you have. And then testnet. So ultimately, that's a little bit it for the white paper. So kind of coming back, I went through this pretty quickly, but Algodex, it's a very straightforward project. If you're viewing this video right now, you're extremely intelligent. You probably viewed a lot of my other videos, and I don't really like to get into the meat and the weeds because these 30-minute videos people just tune out of. But ultimately, when it comes to a project like Algorand, Algorand's a new developing ecosystem, and this past bull market, they didn't have many projects, launch on Algorand because, Ethereum was the main hub. But the Algorand ecosystem is constantly being built out, and Algodex is implementing new features that PancakeSwap and Uniswap might do in the future, but they're not doing it right now. And the fact that they're setting up new infrastructure and new utility behind their decentralized exchange is going to be extremely valuable in the next bull market. And your next question is, all right, well, the price of it's a tenth of a penny. That is very true, but keep in mind, a majority of that Algodex is probably going to be locked up in a liquidity pool with Algorand. So when you see Algorand appreciate really quickly, then you're going to see the Algodex appreciate along with it. So right now it's sitting at about $1 million, but there's a good chance that it could get anywhere from, I'll say 10 million to just under $1 billion, depending on how big the Algorand ecosystem grows. So there's nothing wrong with, having a small bag of a few of these decentralized exchanges on a new developing blockchain, because it can be proven to be really, really great. And in my opinion, the fact that they have a trading bot and spot orders, that's absolutely huge. Typically people like to use a decentralized exchange just for the trading bot. Now you can come on to Algodex, use their trading bot for any assets like Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever. And you don't have to worry about, the insolvency of these centralized exchanges. So instead of, having to be on a centralized exchange, you be on this decentralized exchange, utilize this mechanic, this feature, and not have to be, in fear of any insolvency. So in my opinion, I think Algodex is a hidden gem within the Algorand ecosystem. The one thing I'm very concerned about is the DAO structure. They talk about stopping any sort of scam coins from launching on their DEX, which is great. I do believe that they should do that. But the thing that I'm afraid of is the process and whether or not they're going to use it to target other projects that are actually really, really great. If they can find a way to implement a system that doesn't target other projects and keeps it fair and complacent and transparent, in my opinion, the sky's the limit for Algodex. So guys, that's it for the video. leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Algodex and whether or not you're going to jump into it. And also, if you got any questions about this project, leave a comment down below. We'll be sure to respond. And before I wrap this video up, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so we keep you guys up to date with the latest, greatest news and information in the space. My name's Chaos Chris. I love every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.